Hey, what's up guys? John here. I'm gonna make some big predictions for 2022 and where I think we could all make the most money. You know, right now we're paying close attention to the real estate market. We're seeing prices go through the roof. We're seeing a lot of concerns about, inflation and the dollar losing value. People are looking to buy hard assets. But with all this change, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that not many people are talking about. And with that information equals opportunity, because that information has substantial value, such as some of the new building code changes that are likely going to be coming into a lot of markets, as well as technology is going to be really dominating, I believe, over the next couple of years. And what I think is very likely to happen here is I think that this is going to form a very big opportunity for all of us to provide substantial value to, the 99%. The 99% of people that aren't paying attention to what's really happening. This is going to be the moment to make an absolute fortune. And this is how. Right now, 1 out of 15 Americans is now a millionaire. How insane is that? How incredible. It's an amazing time to be alive. Healthcare is at a record levels. If we look back in history, this is the best time to be alive health-wise. You have access to the best food, the best living standards. Everything has been great, right? Minus some of the craziness last couple of years, but everything has been pretty amazing, right? It's been one of the best times to be alive, especially if you have a couple of dollars. But what I think is going to be very unique and very interesting is going to be this pivot from what was normal a couple of years ago to what's going to be normal in 2022. What was normal a couple of years ago was a ton of small mom and pop shops. However, I think that what we're likely going to see over the next couple of years, especially 2022, is I think we're going to see a progression of inflationary problems. I think things are going to get more expensive, right? And so people would say, okay, well that's a bad thing. But I personally think it's going to be a unique scenario, right? Because what it's going to do is it's going to allow these big corporations to be able to, undercut and sell items cheaper than small businesses. However, I think there's going to be a massive part of the population that refuses to go spend all their money at Walmart and Target. I believe there's going to be a lot of people that refuse to go to Amazon. They're going to want to stick to the small businesses where they know each other by name. I think the relationships are going to be the most important. Forming true relationships with your customer is going to be paramount. And so small businesses, the big opportunity for small businesses is to really get to know your customer, get their information, their email, their phone number, their birthday, be able to text them on their birthday, on holidays, be able to offer them special discounts and bonuses. And this is what's going to keep small businesses open. Without that relationship, they're going to the big corporations, right? And so what I think a huge opportunity is going to be for entrepreneurs right now is helping small businesses stay alive. And there's going to be a million ways to do that. One could be, let's say they have a couple locations. You want to drive traffic. You want to have a unique social media marketing advertising strategy to where you're going to be able to drive traffic to that business and get paid on a percentage of that newfound traffic. You have to find a new way to specify who the new customers are, or some type of a way to track this data, but getting a percentage of the revenue, the gross revenue that you can drive to new businesses, I believe is going to be a massive opportunity for 2022, especially just people that understand consumer behavior and understand specific businesses in areas that they know the customers in those areas. They're able to drive that traffic. I think that's going to be a massive opportunity. What I also think is going to happen is I believe that malls are going to face a very hard time in 2022. And why I think this is, if we look at any traditional mall, we're seeing more smash and grabs than ever before. We're seeing more theft, and we're seeing things sit on the shelves for much longer. We're seeing a lot more items going up for sale, 30%, 50% off. We're seeing this because they want to get rid of the products, right? Because it costs them money every single day that these products sit on the shelves. So what I believe is going to happen is Amazon is going to be repurposing a lot of these local malls because they can get products in and out much faster, meaning that they can extract more value from these locations. In addition, a mall is a massive plot of land with some structures on it, so they get value on both the land acquisition as well as the actual utility. Plus, they're very close to their customers, meaning they're going to be able to service these customers. If there's ever self-driving vehicles in the next couple of years, they'll be able to really just extract a ton of value. Right? And so the big question we have to ask ourselves is, what is the best industry to be in what are the worst industries to be in, and how do you pivot accordingly? What I think is going to be very interesting in terms of best industries to be in, I think real estate, but not from a traditional perspective. So a traditional perspective is, burring properties, meaning you buy them, you fix them up, you rent them, you refi them, you repeat it, you continue building on a portfolio that way. I think one of the big values is going to be understanding the future building codes, things that are coming into place right now, using that information, and you can either wholesale real estate deals because of this information, convincing people to buy or sell properties based on the changes that are coming out right now. They're already in law. They are 100% coming, supplying that information to buyers and sellers. And I believe really big investors and property buyers are going to really be interested in this, because if they're buying a property based on today's cash flow or based on today's value, and they have to face a massive change in the coming 6 months, a year and a half, that's really going to impact a buyer's confidence or a seller's confidence in entering or exiting a market. So I believe this is going to be a very big change. And also, I believe some of the best industries to be in is going to be money lending, engineering, technology, debt consolidation. All of these offer a lot of opportunity. Credit repair offers a lot of opportunity. Helping the 99% get off of their feet is going to be the most important. So keeping relationships cemented through small mom and pop businesses, keeping middle-class people, middle-class Americans, in great financial shape. And right now we're looking at the credit repair business. It's actually been contracting because the economy has been so good and people have had so much money that the debt hasn't been a problem, especially with stimulus, PPP loans, unemployment benefits. But in times of recession, these industries do quite well. And when we look at what's going on right now, things really kind of look uncertain. So in times of uncertainty, this is the time where people can really offer their true value, which is going to be face-to-face human interaction, working as a team and uplifting one another through either their small business or helping them, get their credit back in shape. This is what I think is going to be the big opportunity. Of course, social media advertising, social media as a whole, either a YouTube channel, Instagram channel, building out a social media presence is going to be very big. But really understanding what's been happening is that the real conflict has been keeping people divided. That's what, if you look at the media, if you look at anywhere, that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to divide people. However, if you build out a business to keep people together, that value is infinite. People want to be together. We're social creatures. So helping businesses stay open, like for example, Denver right now, they're offering up to $20,000 for a new business to come in. They have to have less than $2.5 million in revenue, less than 25 customers. They have to, be in good standing with tax, all their taxes. Everything has to be in good shape. But they're offering $20,000 and a bunch of perks and benefits just to keep people in business, because they believe, UBS believes, that there's going to be 80,000 small businesses to close by 2026. This is a pretty big number. So the big question we have to look at is if we continue to just sit idle and almost pretend like some of this stuff doesn't matter, what will happen? These big corporations are going to continue to dominate and dominate and dominate because they're essential, right? That's why I believe the smart money is really, really paying close attention to how things are changing. Another great opportunity right now is, we see so much money out there. As I mentioned, 1 out of 15 Americans is a millionaire. We see so much potential out there. It's so easy to raise capital, so easy to get investors together to invest in something. This is the moment to do that. In times of recession, it gets harder to raise capital because people get scared. In times of recession, the venture capitalists, they don't want to enter, speculative tech investments or speculative investments. They want to be defensive. That's why if you ever noticed gold, for example, in times of economic booms, gold doesn't perform that well. But if you look at gold's chart in 1934, if you look at it, 1970, 1980, that whole period, the 1987 stock market crash, the 2000 stock bubble, 2007, 2008 real estate crash, all of these times gold rallied so hard. But all the other times it was relatively stagnant, right? And so what I think is going to be very interesting is going to be keeping a well-balanced portfolio and keeping a very, very optimistic and defensive strategy to really uplift the society and create a lot of value along the way. And the more value you create, the more money you're going to make. But what do you think about this? Where do you see things going in 2022? I believe there's going to be massive opportunities. As Warren Buffett has famously said, be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. And right now, it seems like a lot of people are extremely greedy. We're seeing speculation across the board in almost every asset class. People think that it's never going to come down, but you're also seeing a lot of money just sitting there, sitting flat. Buffett's sitting on like 150 to 180 billion dollars through Berkshire, and with inflation, so he's paying like a real inflation is probably 15 or 20%. You imagine he's probably paying 10 or 15 billion dollars a year just in inflation. But the real value is going to be when things hit the fan, he's going to have that much money to go out there and just buy all the distress. And that's what I think is, smart people are doing right now. They're looking for opportunities where they can create immense value. They're stockpiling cash, they're educating themselves, and they're getting ready to take advantage of these moments in history. These are rare moments. Generally, a recession or a correction is every 7 to 10 years. We're coming up on like 14 years. 14 years of just, boom. We're going to see opportunities here, but it's only going to be great opportunities for the people that are educated, that are aware, that understand what's happening. The people that think this is going to go on forever, generally, throughout history, have always proven to get greatly hurt. So be a very smart and calculated investor, understand the trends, create businesses around it, and form opportunities to help a lot of people, and you'll have no issue making a lot of money. But drop your comments below. Let's talk about it. Let me know what you think about the best opportunities to make money, and where do you see the big opportunities here. Drop below. Let's talk about it. I'll catch you guys later, and subscribe to me on TikTok for short form content. All right, guys.